This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from Houston. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Texans nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Blue check. Ready.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. They'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. If you look at this Colt defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I would have loved to have been in their meetings this week and hear that grizzled old defensive coordinator talk about, well, you did okay, guys. We did all right. Holding them to 13 was pretty good, but this week, I expected to be less than that.
I'm going to need to hear that a lot more often. I don't know what it was, but I liked it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. The Texans at 2-7 now in the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Ready? Come on, set. 60 red. 10 cycle. Set.
They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
33, yellow, go. Hey, go pink. Smash, red. Hey, go red. Black ultra.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get that complete to Franklin. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 32 yards. And the Texans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score to one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Start. 70. Go street. Go.
Right back to Mitchell here. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. We'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for him.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Texans. Keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
His kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
They're going a little bit crazy right now. enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Ready.
Pacheco gets it again on second down.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Let's go. Green jack. 33. Yellow. Check, huh?
They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Black Ultra. Hut.
He'll look to throw. That's taken in by Franklin. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
A gain of 5.
On fourth down, Corliss Waitman on to punt.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes, it's not about what's called from the sideline, it's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
But once again, it's Mitchell. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
The 1st-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. 1st down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Mitchell is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they tackle him at the 3. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Come on. Come on. Set. 6. Ready.
They'll try to run with Mitchell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Touchdown. A great play there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
28. Texans 14.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talked to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and hook themselves out.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throw left side complete. That's McLaughlin. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that's all about recognition right there because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
3rd and 5.
Ready. Set.
Now back to throw.
They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Tackle there by Nick Cross.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Set. Ready. Drill green.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 12-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
The 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Mega. Blue 32. Ready?
Here's Pacheco heading right.
And the big boys up front. They're going to stop right at the line. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Come on. Set. 50. Green. Set.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Down. Yeah, shot. 17. Ready?
Pacheco is going backwards here. They come in and drop it all the way back at the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Pacheco once more. And not a whole lot there as they get him down at about the 2. Calling a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that.
And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't get this exhibition going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, he had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. That one good for 24 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Check. Panther. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Another run with Mitchell.
Oh, look at that.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
We know it was difficult, but they made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they moved the ball with relative ease.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 1918. Ready.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
To the left side, he's got Warren, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
18, run, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Bates' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch. Over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
Set, hut. 10 black. Hut.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
They was can't hear it no more. Stand up to the man, can't hear it no more. Celebrate, don't feel it no more. Gonna jump in a minute, but can't hear it no more.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
2nd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Black shot. Ready.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And past the 40. Before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here we go. 33, yellow. 10 cycles. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it's 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. A give right side for Pacheco. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
White.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
43.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case, not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And the receivers I know, they have a great deal of confidence. Usually they stand in front of the mirror before games and say, not 1 touchdown, not 2 touchdowns, but 3 touchdowns. Trying to turn this one into a big-time performance.
Cowboy 80. Hurt. 60 Maverick.
They're going to look to throw. That's a hot right side. It's Warren. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. On line, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. A
Everything's considered a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of it.
They'll take it. Just I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Yellow. 20 goes. Set. Hut.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now 2nd and 9.
Black shot. Set. 33. Yellow. Hut.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 20-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
10 at the 20-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Zoom black. 50 green. Ready?
On the handoff, McLaughlin. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down and 6 now.
Ready. Black. 95.
And they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 6.
Smith red. Let's go now. Ready?
The give is to McLaughlin. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Blue, 32. White. Blue, go.
A carry from McLaughlin. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
A
looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Red, 38. Hey, blue. Hey, go pink. Set.
They'll run here with Pacheco. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play
play action.
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
On the double.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Yellow, go. Black 40. Ready.
They'll try again.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Isaiah Pacheco.
His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
The kick is good.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be second down.
Second and 6.
Cut 19.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Martinez. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. They'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Dances by at the 20. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down.
78 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Hey! Hawk 70, Hawk 79 Broncos. Ready.
On the handoff, Mitchell.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball sits on the 10, second and 5.
Looking to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a close touchdown. great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Colts answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Texans 31.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Adafe Owe there on the tackle.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here comes second down at 5.
Ready. Yellow, 43.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here comes second down.
Set. Black, 95. Coming, I'm coming.
Back to throw here.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Open man down the field. This is Mitchell.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
19 yards.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
52 blue. Set, huh?
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Now he's going to step up and run.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Here's second down and 3.
Here we go. Here we go. 10 black. Set.
They'll look to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell.
They're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here.
Here we go. Set. Cut, cut.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one where he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at their 48-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up second and 7.
Ready. Cougar 19.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Got it. Ready?
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Ready?
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
This is 1st and 10.
Ready? Ready. 50. Green. Hey, Green. Black shot. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Down. Yellow. 22. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Complete. This is Mitchell.
And he will have a 1st down as he's out of bounds to stop the clock with 17 seconds to play.
Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
So you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
It's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dive, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
That is caught.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for the Colts, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles.